Hello guys, we are back again for another video. We are here to present and demonstrate to you all different problems using Arduino R3 and Arduino IDE. But first, we need to have these materials before starting to solve these problems. If you already have that kind of materials, then let's proceed.
The first thing that we will do is to run the program. In this case, I've already downloaded the latest version of Arduino IDE, which is the 2.3.2. Now, we can see the Arduino IDE interface. And next, we will connect the board by simply inserting it to a USB port. For a new Arduino board, upon insertion, we will notice an LED blinking every 1 second. So now, let us verify if we can successfully connect to the board. So by clicking the select board, we should be able to see the Arduino Uno, and we should select it.
After doing those steps, installations and setting up the Arduino board, let's now start showing the first problem. In this problem, it gives a task about writing a sketch that applies bonus scores to given scores in the range of 1 to 9. The program only reads a single digit as an input to create an output. Other input can be read by the program, but it will lead to an error prompt. The condition is, if the user enters a digit between 1 and 3, then the program multiplies it by 10. If it is between 4 and 6, it multiplies it by 100. But if it is between 7 and 9, it will multiply it by 1000. Like what I said, if it is 0 or if the value is not a digit, the program must report an error. The problem also says that we need to create two program versions, one that uses a switch statement and the other one uses nested if-else statement. And at the end, it prints the calculated new value in the serial monitor. So when the program runs, it will ask for a number range 1 to 9 first. Now, let's begin. So in the first version, we have here the switch case statement. In the first line of the code, we have this serial.begin. The serial.begin function is a part of the serial object in the Arduino. It tells the serial object to perform initialization steps to send and receive data on the RX and TX, which is pins 1 and 0. All of our program in this video has this syntax in the board setup. So we can see here in the board loop part, this part shows the process wherein the conditions are considered to successfully perform the given task in the given problem. For us to check if it is working, we need to compile it first and then upload it after to the Arduino board. After that, let's check the program in Serial Monitor. But what is Serial Monitor? The Serial Monitor is an essential tool when creating projects with Arduino. It can be used as a debugging tool, testing out concepts, or to communicate directly with the Arduino board. We can find that Serial Monitor on the top right of our monitor. Just click that and now test the program. As we can see, the conditions are right and accurate. When the user input 1 and 1 to 3, it multiplies it by 10. Then if the user enters 4 to 6, the digit multiplies by 100. And then if the user enters 7 to 9, it multiplies by 1000. But if the user enters 0 or a string or any character symbols, it will automatically prompt an error like what we are seeing in the screen. Also, even negative numbers or 2-digit prompts an error. That is all for the first version. So let's proceed to the next version. So now, we are now done in the first version. In the next version, we are creating a nested if-else statement. In this program, it is also have the same condition and output, but we are using different way to solve it. But what is the difference between two? The difference between them is if-else can be used to check for complex conditions formed using the combination of relational operators. On the other side, switch case statements can only be used to check for equality conditions. We can use multiple conditions with one if-else statement using logical operators. To test this program, like what I said in the first version, for us to check if it is working, we need to compile it first and then upload it after to the Arduino board. After that, let's check the program in Serial Monitor. Just click the Serial Monitor and enter the conditions that is given. So when the program runs, it will ask for a number range 1 to 9 first, like from the first version. We can see that all conditions are accurate and all output that is shown are correct. Conditions 1 to 3 multiplies by 10, 4 to 6 inputs multiplies by 100, and 7 to 9 multiplies by 1000. And other inputs like 0 or a string or any character symbols, it will automatically prompt an error like what we are seeing on the screen. Also, even negative numbers or 2 digits prompts an error. That is all for the problem 1. We can proceed now in the second problem. Nice! You have done the problem 1. We can now proceed to problem 2, which gives a task to write a sketch that prompts the user to enter the names of 2 primary colors to mix. If the user enters anything other than red, blue, or yellow, the program should display an error message. Otherwise, the program should display the name of the secondary color that results by mixing 2 primary colors. The colors red, blue, and yellow are known as the primary colors because they cannot be made by mixing other colors. When you mix 2 primary colors, you get a secondary color. As shown here, when you mix red and blue, you get purple. When you mix red and yellow, you get orange. But when you mix blue and yellow, you get green. These are the secondary colors that result by mixing 2 primary colors. So let's proceed. In this program, it will ask first the user to enter primary colors to mix. 2 primary colors. The user must only enter 2 primary colors, like what I said. Then, after typing 2 primary colors, the user needs to enter it and it will display the secondary color that I said earlier. Either red and blue, blue and yellow, or red and yellow. Like what I said in the condition earlier, it should display an error message if the user enters different colors other than the 3 primary colors. Before testing, we must compile and upload it to the Arduino board. After that, we can now test it using Serial Monitor. Now, we are in the Serial Monitor. The user first enters red and blue and it displays purple, which is correct based on our condition. Now, the user enters red and yellow, that outputs orange, which is also correct. We also added a function in it. When the user enters same primary colors, it prompts an error message that says, please enter 2 different primary colors, which is nice to add in the program. Also, it prompts an error message if the user enters other colors or even numbers and just a string. That is all for the problem 2. We can now proceed to problem 3.
The problem that was assigned to me was to write a sketch that displays menu for problem 3, and that is by generating a geometry calculator. So in this case, this should be the output of the calculator that we will be using. So if if the user types Y, then it will display, or it means it's yes. The user enters program, they should ask for circle or the value of the circle, and then if the user inputs this corresponding information, they will get their desired output. Here is my code for this. So at first we will do a setup. We will do setup, in which case we only output once, that is serial.begin, and then we will initialize a variable. Then I use a case statement or switch statement to know or to gain a user input, and then if we try again, then it will ask for try again, which is a character, and these are the options. Then these are the calculators. These are for calculating circle, calculating triangle or rectangle rather, calculating triangle, and calculate or asking for a triangle. So this will I do a error handling, in which case if I input a invalid input, then it will output an invalid input. So let's try that. So let me verify that first, and then I will upload it. So first we will do a error handling. So if I input 6 or rather G, then it will display invalid choice. If I input a circle 3, then our circle radius is 28. If I input a triangle or rectangle rather, then we will have our result. Yes, then triangle, yes, ayan, and then yes, then quit for quit. And that's about the problem 3.
In this problem, we are tasked to write a sketch that prompts the user for 4 test grades. It will be used to determine if a student has earned an A, B, C, D, or F in the class, using the following grade cutoffs. So here is the grade cutoffs. Moving on to the source code. So the sketch starts with setting up serial communication at a baud rate of 9600, enabling communication with the Arduino IDE serial monitor. So inside the setup function, so this is the setup function, we have here the actual code. So this part of the code prompts the user to enter test scores for each exam, and it stores them in the test scores array. So this is the test scores array. So this part of the code sorts the test scores in ascending order using bubble sort algorithm, whereas this part of the code calculates the sum of the 3 highest scores, while this calculates the average of the 3 highest scores. This one prints the lowest exam score, and this prints the exam average. This one, it determines the letter grade based on the average, while this, it prints the grade of the course. So this can be A, B, C, D, or F. Finally, this void loop function is it is empty since all the processing is done in the setup function. So now we will verify the program by clicking this check button. After verifying the program, we are now ready to upload our code to the Arduino board. So we will now upload the code to the Arduino board. Moving on, we will now run the code. So here we have the 4 inputs, and here we can see the lowest exam score, which is 78.7, the exam average, which is 88.93, and the grade in the course, which is B.
That is all for this video. Thanks for watching.